cards. Currently September 14th, 2017. We are using tarot cards for our tarot card reading. Just pulling up some cards for the energy of the day. Thank you to everyone who has been subscribing, people who have been sharing on Facebook, and also who have been following me on Instagram. I really appreciate it. So, few cards today. There is some stress, but I'm hearing that it's about creating verbal agreements, assignments, focusing on the agreement. So it's like solely what do you want to gain out of life today? What are you, in terms of problem solving, what are you trying to resolve? So concluding things may be important today. It's significant that you concentrate and focus on your desires, your dreams, your goals. We're going through a period, gestation is just coming through, so where you need to really focus on, again, unresolved issues. So what is it that you're trying to uncover? What is it that you're trying to unleash? That sort of thing. So you may find emotions are coming up, but they need to come up. So I also did a reading on Instagram, and I also posted it on my Facebook today, because it's talking about intense emotions. And so when these things arise, it's triggering something that should stimulate us mentally and intellectually, because what's happening is, say I'm feeling deep desire. I'm feeling a desire for passion, and that's just coming through really strongly, and all this is wanting me to do is just strive for more, become a little more successful, create new groups, join a society, that sort of thing. For instance, another thing for myself is not wanting to be photographed. And then I'm taking a photography program, so it's like here I am doing something that I dislike so much, so it's causing all these intense emotions, but yet it's not a coincidence that I chose this as my dream career, so that it would teach me things. So it's teaching me to overcome, to have more confidence, to feel less insecure, that sort of thing, because we have to love ourselves in all aspects. So that's just an example of why things are coming to the surface. So we're learning to let go of aspects of ourselves that we no longer need. It's about appreciating ourselves and other people. There's kind of like a theme throughout the week. Also check out my weekly reading if you desire. So I'm feeling like there's a little hesitation right now with some people. They're a bit thrown off, feeling a little pushed away, a little dismissed right now. So just compromise is coming through. So really, that's why we want to have those agreements with other people to kind of come together and say, well, what do you think about this? Or how do you feel? So really asking people what their thoughts are today would be really helpful. So 7 of Cups. So again, this is talking about decision making and feeling. So it's kind of saying if you don't decide on something, you'll never accomplish what you want to accomplish. So don't get so fixated on the decision making, just make the decisions, that sort of thing. So it's all about pressing forward, and I'm hearing landing. Whatever lands with you is what you need to do, and that's just something that hits home for you. Sports and athletics is also very good today, in whatever shape or form that means to you. So lighting is also coming through. That's funny because I'm learning about lighting right now, so it's just signifying that when we are learning something, we must retain it. So that means we also have to dismiss everything else that's going on in our life. So if you really want to focus on something, you have to let go of everything else that's going on in your mind. So great day for meditation and also outdoor activity. It's beautiful out today. So Knight of Cups is a person who really likes perfection. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. You have to let go of everything else. So it's okay to go back to things if you need to. So if you're, like I said, compromise. Say it's a disagreement with a partner and you just decided, like, we're just going to agree to disagree and then we'll never bring it up again. It's okay to bring up the past if you would like to deal with an issue and then let it go. So don't feel like you can't bring up the past, you just need to deal with the past. You get what I'm saying? So bring it up, clear it, let it go, move forward, that sort of thing. So Justice is talking about intoxication, gratification, instant gratification, that sort of thing. So just allowing yourself to feel calm and energized, okay? And Justice is also a card of fairness, so again, talking about that. compromise, that sort of thing with other people. So Five of Swords is saying it's okay to be over the top sometimes, but it's also bad to be really down. But sometimes we have to go down in order to go up. So just teaching yourself to find ways to re-energize yourself, to uplift yourself in healthy ways, so this is helpful over a long period of time, okay? So balance with other people, but balance in your body as well as balancing your energy. So this may be recreational sports, that sort of thing, okay? So, and the Five of Swords talks about a person who needs to consider how other people feel, all right? Eight of Pentacles. I love this card personally because this is all about, I'm even hearing the planetarium, so learning about the stars, learning about the moon, educating ourselves on the things that interest us. So if you have a hobby, you can turn it into a career. If you have talent in that, or if you love it, if you practice it all the time. So really picking up your feet a little bit more, finding joy in the things that you're doing. Again, this will uplift you. It's not finding balance in our body doesn't always mean nutrition or exercise. Sometimes it can actually be doing things that we really enjoy, okay? So making sure that there's talent in the field that you're working in for yourself, knowing that we all have a purpose and talent. So writing is also coming up for someone specifically. I also love writing. Great day probably for journaling, where all these deep emotions are coming up. We don't always need to exchange this with others. Sometimes it could just be journaling. So slowing down is just coming through very strongly. So Eight of Swords, last card. This is talking about a person who feels trapped. This has come up recently as well. Again, this is mental, so that's why I was suggesting getting outside, clearing the mind. This is a person who sometimes overanalyzes, overthinks, and it's because they're not looking at the situation in a positive light. They're thinking, oh no, I don't have enough money to do that. No, I could never do writing as a career because blah blah blah. So it's that mental shift. Really work on acknowledging, like I said, that there are problems. There are always going to be problems, but how we deal with these problems, how we react to these problems, how we solve them, that sort of thing, that's more of what life's about. And then we will conquer things and achieve. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Feel free to reach out to me on my Facebook page at Robin's Healing, I will leave all my information below. You can also check out my website if you like any of my jewelry or services. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I hope that you have an awesome day. Bye.